Good evening and welcome to Scrapbooking with a Twist. Another dining around the world layout tonight. This one is Thailand, and it is it's a main dish, and it is shrimp pad thai. Pad Thai is a popular Thai dish that combines stir-fried rice noodles with eggs, tofu, and a protein. It's then tossed in a sour, sweet, salty sauce. To earn your check for this meal, you must create a fishing layout. Include a net embellishment to represent the trolling nets used to catch the shrimp. For an extra entry into Thailand, add red fishing line to your layout. And I've had this. We spent like a couple of weeks in Thailand, and this is really, it's like a sweet and sour shrimp kind of, and it is really good. Okay, so we've got to do a fishing layout, have a net embellishment, and red fishing line. So I think I've got that covered. This is going to be a much shorter video than my last one, I promise you. On this one, I'm just going to do these two pictures. I'm going to do another page that goes with this, but these two pictures are going to be on this page. My son-in-law and the two oldest boys went on a fishing day with a gentleman from our church, and oh my goodness, they had a blast. It was cool. I think they're catching stripers here, or white bass, I'm not sure. They kind of look alike. But it was cool that day. As you can see, they've got their hoodies on and everything, but they were having a blast. He has a really nice boat, and they were having a blast. And I'm going to use this little embellishment that I have been hoarding. I bought this. We went to, I forgot what it's called, but it's kind of like a little mini scrapbooking convention. That it's really not a convention, but there are several vendors there and have booths, and then it's a crop. It's a 2-day crop, a Friday, Saturday crop. My sister-in-law and I went. It was in Grapevine, and I bought this from one of the vendors there, and I've had it a couple of years now, and I love it. I think it's so precious, so cute. And I'm sure there was something on Cricut or Silhouette that would have been like it. I paid like $9 for that silly thing, but I love it, and I'm going to use it. So I'm going to use these two pictures and put them on here. I think something like that with this cute little embellishment. And then I've got, this was from a swap, but they didn't put their name on it, so I don't know who did it. I need to ink that just a little, because all of this is inked. So I think I need to ink this dauber a little bit just to kind of make it go with the rest of this. Actually, I think it needs to be inked in black. This is gray, and I think I need the black to do it, to make it look like, to kind of go a little bit better with this. So let's just do it. But I thought this was so cute, and of course my grandsons love to fish. Love to fish. They actually had a boat for a while, and oh, they love to fish. All right. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to put this up here. Here is my fishing net, and now I gotta look at it. It needs a little ink also. So we're just going to kind of smudge around a little bit. Let me get my ink out of here. We're just going to smudge around a little bit on it, just so it's not quite so stark. Just kind of give it some personality. Nothing pretty, just some personality, so that it's not this stark cream color. All right. I'll have this ink all over me. Okay, that's better. So put those away. And then I'm going to just put that in behind the title, I think. And then to get the extra credit, I was just going to, with my marker, just paint this fishing line red. And the more I thought about it, the more I liked it just like it was. And so I created some red fishing line that I'm going to hook onto this dauber and then just bring down like this. I didn't have any red, like baker's twine or anything, so I just took some that I had. I think it was actually orange and white, and I colored it with my red marker. I went over in my drawer and found some little wire and just bent it like a fishing hook. And so I'm just going to put that right up there and then bring it around and put it on there so that we meet that requirement. So the first thing we need to do is just get, and then I may do I got hung in the fishing hook. Like I said, I got hung in the fishing hook. I may do a little tearing and putting, I've got this lighter blue that the adjoining page is because I didn't have another piece of this. This is some paper like that came in a paper pad when I first started scrapbooking. So this is probably 20 years old, at least, maybe older than that. And it had about 4 pages of every color in the world of this kind of wood grain, but I thought it looked good for water. And I've used a lot of it. I purged some of it. And of course, I didn't have a second sheet to do the second page. But I may do a little tearing and put a little of this light blue because I'm going to use this light blue. And then I have some more paper that's this same color with some black. It's just not the same pattern. And then I can kind of do the opposite effect on that other page. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So let's get these pictures down. I want these off kilter. I don't really want them squared up, like even on the mats. I want them off kilter. Now, I cleaned this tip so that it would work, but boy, I've got to take these tips off and just soak them. I'm the world's worst at leaving the lids off of my glue. As long as you put the lid back on this Nuvo and don't let it ever stop up, it works pretty well to be such a, good adhesive. But once you let it stop up, it'll kind of keep doing that till you clean that tip. So just while I'm doing this, the twist I think is kind of short tonight. So let me just, while I'm gluing these photos down, let me do the twist. It comes from Galatians 6, verse 7. Come on, glue. And it says, "Do not be deceived. God cannot be mocked. A man reaps what he sows." If we're just fooling ourselves, if we think we can fool God, we are just fooling ourselves. God is not going to be mocked. He knows what's going on. So if we decide that we're going to plant foolishly, then we're going to reap foolishly. If we're irresponsible and we're impulsive, and then we're going to reap, we're not going to reap well. There are consequences to our actions. But if we do live that godly life, then we please God. And that's not to say that, we live this godly life and nothing will ever happen to us. That isn't the way it goes. But it certainly does help. Being in God's will is just a good place to be. But mocking him as if we think he doesn't know what's going on is not a good place to be. Or that he doesn't care and he isn't going to pay any attention to what we're doing. That's not a good place to be. So do not be deceived. God cannot be mocked. A man reaps what he sows. But we can turn that around by doing what we're supposed to, and we still kind of reap what we do reap what we sow, but it's good instead of not good. I think I finally got that unstuck. Should have paid better attention to where these were going to be on the mats. Okay. I want this one up here because there's dead space in that picture, and I don't mind him covering part of it up. Where this picture, I didn't want anything covered up there. So I think they're going to go about like that. So let's do that. I've got a grandson going to come spend the night with me in just a little while. Probably the youngest. He would live here if he could. It may be his brother. My daughter's boys, one of them had the flu this week, so I won't have any of them this weekend. I'm trying to stay well, and knock on wood, so far I have. So we have basketball games in the morning, and he should be past being contagious, so he should be able to go. But I still don't really want him loving on me and hugging on me and all that. All right. I would love to put him up on foam, but just because, and I'd love to put this up on foam, but just because I'm really trying to keep these layouts flatter, I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm just going to leave it the way it is. I'll let that overlap just a little, because I'm thinking I'm going to do a little torn. Real, not big, just little along there. Oh, I would love to put this up on foam. I want to so bad. Get a dot or two on this fishing pole. Okay. There we go. Oh, don't scoop. I love this glue though because it dries. You won't ever see that with this glue. Because I am queen of messy. I think I have the market cornered on messy. Okay, there we go. I told you this would go much faster than the one yesterday. But I loved that layout. It just took a long time to do it, and there wasn't any way to not take a long time. All right, so I think I want that about like that. So let's get this one. I need my fine tip. See, I left the lid off of this one. I'll be in trouble if I do that. I want my fine tip for this one. This dining around the world has been a lot of fun. If this is the first video you've watched on it, if you've watched a bunch, I apologize, but it's a hop that we're doing over on Ginger's Corner. And if you're not familiar with Ginger's Corner, there'll be a link in the description. It's a Facebook group, and you can join it. You just have to answer a couple of questions, and you don't have to do anything on there. You don't have to do the hops. You don't have to do anything, but it is an amazing place to get inspiration if you're a paper crafter. And then if you want to, though, you can join the hops and do the things with us. But it's just the sweetest community. It's so supportive, no negativity. It's just so, so sweet. Everybody just helps each other, and I love it. It's been an amazing community for me. And so, and you can just participate at any level. If you just want to jump over there once in a while and see what people are doing and get some inspiration for some layouts, you can do that. Or if you want to join and do the hops, and you can also do that. So it's a lot of fun. You can just make it whatever you want it to be. All right, so we'll kind of offset that and then get our fishing tail, our little, I wish I knew who made this title because it's really cute, but I don't. I can't give them credit if I don't know who did it. Oh, my eyes are getting so bad. I can't get that fine tip thing back in there. All right, what did I do? There it is. So let's get this down. And then we'll figure out how we're going to get our little fishing line and our, just going to put a dot of glue right there because I know I'm going to stick that on there. And probably just a few dots of glue on the, let's get this on there. Let's see what we're going to do. Let's hold that on there and get it stuck. It's like it's tied to our bobber. Then we'll kind of weave it around. I think I'll do it something like that and then put the little hook right up there somewhere. Something kind of like that. So let's see if we can glue it right about there. I have all of my first round observations done. I had the last one today. So I don't have any more observations or anything I have to do until the first week of March. I've got to get ready for, I'm in charge of we have a craft weekend once a quarter at our church, and that's kind of my thing. And I've got to get ready for it. It's next weekend. And I've got to do my income tax. And I always dread that so bad. I just prepare it and then send it to the accountant, but still I dread it. I hate it. It's just not something I want to do. I'm going to tack that one more place right there. And I think I'm going to try those little torn edges. I may wish I hadn't, but I'm going to. I think that'll tie those pages together because I've got several more pictures that are pretty cute. And it was just too many to try to put on one page, especially if I wanted to use this little guy. Okay. So what I was thinking was I would just tear a little bit. And I don't want it too deep or anything like that. We used to do this a lot. I don't do it too much anymore. Okay. And then just, now I've got the lid off of both of my glues. I'm telling you, I'm the world's worst at doing that. I am. And then just put it like that. You know what? I glued that pretty good. I have a little, see if I can get that up. I've got a little tag that I was kind of thinking about trying to work in there that I could do my journaling on, and I do think I'm going to do that. I'm just going to leave it there for right now while I do this, but I think I may try to do that. But that was kind of what I was thinking, and I thought I might do one. I might even do a little one on that corner, maybe a little one over here, a little here, and just a little, maybe somewhere over here. But I wanted something to just keep it from being so plain. So let's just Go right around that. And right there. Whoops, come back up here. I just really wanted to tie these pages together somehow. And I think, hopefully, this will do it. Okay. I'll go back and go in under there and anchor that better for sure. But, okay, so there's one. Maybe just a little right along here. And I may have to cut some more, which is not a problem. I have a ton of this paper. I don't know that I want quite that much white there. Okay. Glue that. Then, let's see, maybe a little right over here. I'm not sure I'll even do any at the bottom. Whoa, I don't want it that deep. Okay, I apologize. I've got my grandson coming in, so the dogs, I guess I will have it that deep because it's tearing that deep, and I don't have a choice. So the dogs are barking, and he'll be coming in and not knowing I'm videoing. Okay, Maisie, that's good. So get a little bit of the white off there. I should have torn it from the other direction. If you don't, you get less white from one direction than you do the other. So depending on how much white you want, tear it the direction that you get either more or less white. I really did not want that deep there, but that's what we've got. So that's what we've got. If I'd torn from the other direction, it would have been better on that one. Maisie, that's enough. Maisie, that's enough. I was hoping I would get through with this video before he came in, but as you can see, I did not. Oh, all right. Okay, there it is. I am going to journal on this. They're ringing the doorbell, so I got to go. I am going to put a dot on that, but there it is. Thank you for dropping by. I apologize for dogs and barking and doorbells, and have a blessed day and be a blessing to someone else. Bye-bye.